In the 1800s, in the city of Darmstadt, Germany, Reb Tzvi Binyamin Orbach, the Mechaber of the Sefer Nachal Eshkol, he was the Rav, and in that town, there was Nebuch. It happened that the missionaries came and they kidnapped a child. This child was taken to the monastery, and the parents, of course, the devastated parents, tried very hard to get him back. The monastery priests and monks said all types of denials. If he comes on his own volition to the religion of peace and love, why would we deprive him? They would not let go. Time passed, months, maybe years. Finally, there was one judge who was a little sympathetic to the situation. He listened to both sides, and he told the parents, I'm willing to give you a chance. You could spend 5 minutes with your child in the monastery, and if you could convince him to come after you, it'll be proof that he was forced to come. The parents realized that since he had been brainwashed by the church, what are they going to do? What could they tell him in 5 minutes? They went to the Nachal Eshkol, and the Nachal Eshkol thought for a minute, and he said, let me go with you, you say nothing. They came to the appointed place near the monastery. They walked into the big room, and they see their child come out flanked by the priests and monks, his mentors. He has a sneering look on his face, and they start to cry. In walks the Nachal Eshkol dressed in his Yom Kippur outfit. He was wearing a long kittel, a talis, and he was wearing his white kappel. As soon as the boy came out and the 5 minutes began to tick away, suddenly they hear him saying, B'yeshiva shel malo, u'b'yeshiva shel mato. He started to chant the melody of the Kol Nidrei. Everyone is looking at him flabbergasted. What is this? But he continued, Kol Nidrei. And he sings along, and the child is looking. He knows he has to stay there. This sneering look on his face began to change a little bit. He began to look serious. Miyom Kippurim zeh ad Yom Kippurim. And the child begins to show tears at the edge of his eyes. He continues the Kol Nidrei, chanting, Ushavu asana Ha'ela Shavuos. The child began to cry, and the Nachal Eshkol says to him, what do you choose? Would you like to choose Olam Hazeh and Olam Haba and come home, or would you like to stay here captive? The child ran into his mother's arms. Take me home where I heard this beautiful niggin. Please, I want to come home to your house. The Nachal Eshkol understood that the moments, the solemn moments of Kol Nidrei is seared deep in the soul of a Yid. And he knew that if he'd awaken it, all of the material glamour would fade away and he'd be able to get the child back. Yosef HaTzadik did the same thing. He was able to reawaken the memory of the Shechina by the memory of his father. We all have our Har Sinai moments, the impressions. When those we awaken, we're able to reawaken ourselves and fight the Yetzer Hara. It empowers us to feel the absolute truth, and then the taiva melts away in emptiness and disgust. These are the moments that help us always fight and conquer the Yetzer Hara.